Wow, Pride Month has come to an end. Man, it was really good to see us marching together. Pride rallies are placing Black Lives Matter at the center of their message, and Black Lives Matter voices are openly speaking out for Black LGBTQ lives, especially with the ongoing killings and mistreatment of Black trans individuals. For a long time, though, many would agree that the Pride movement was once a platform of racial exclusion. However, this year seems different, and honey, I am here for it. But today I want to take a really close look because we all need to re-examine ourselves. Can we all really have a seat at the table? Dear Diary, does pride overshadow Black Lives Matter? Is it possible for both movements to be successful simultaneously? Or can there only be one spotlight of attention in the media and government? Have the agendas historically supported one another? Is it a race? Or in the end, can we all win together? So I know everyone was kind of caught off guard at first, like, oh my God, why are all these rainbows in front of the Black Lives Matter? But the reality is there are Black people who are suffering from different issues and being marginalized as members of the LGBTQ community. And we need to recognize that. We need to stand for each other. I think that's so important in this day and age. I think that we can be stronger together, and I think that it doesn't always have to be a competition as some scholars or people may think based on what's happened in the past. Now it's time to present the facts. The first Pride was a riot. The Stonewall Riots, also referred to as the Stonewall Uprising or the Stonewall Rebellion, were a series of spontaneous demonstrations by members of the gay community in response to a police raid that began in the early morning hours of June 28, 1969, at the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village. Patrons of the Stonewall and the surrounding community fought back when police became violent. This event marked a turning point in the modern fight for LGBTQ rights in the United States. A year after the uprising, to mark their anniversary on June 28, 1970, the first gay pride marches took place in New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Following the inaugural year, the anniversary of the riots was also commemorated in other cities over the span of the next few years. Today, LGBT Pride events are held annually throughout the world towards the end of June to mark the Stonewall Riots. So here are my 2 cents. In the past few weeks, we've seen a trans woman, Ayanna Dior, beaten in Minnesota, the police shooting of Tony McDade in Florida, and the murders of 3 Black trans women, Rhea Milton, Dominique Remy Fells, and Nina Pop. The stigma of LGBTQ in Black and African culture is still very much alive. It was really frowned upon to differ from being heterosexual. You know, you really had to be straight and that was it. First of all, it was considered a sin to be gay, and also it was just something that was kind of taboo, like you just don't do it. In the Caribbean, you know, nobody wants to be a bati boy. In Africa, people are still getting punished or beaten because of their sexual orientation. In the Middle East, they're definitely getting punished as well. So it's still a lot of controversy and conflict regarding whether or not it's okay to be. So now to see it kind of out in the open, I think that a lot of people in Black culture and a lot of people within different religions still kind of grapple with the reality. But the point is, you know, wrong is wrong. And when it comes to showing up and showing out for Black brothers and sisters, we really have to think about why we are excluding a certain group and if we are doing enough for a certain group. You know, over the past week, we've seen, you know, how Breonna Taylor still has not gotten any justice. And when it comes to the rights of LGBTQ folks, I'm still thinking about them as well. You know, all the trans individuals that die day in and day out, are they getting the justice? Are they getting the needs for their lives? Are they getting the health care that they need? Are they getting the support, the legislation that recognizes them as people? At the end of the day, it's about human rights. I think that Black and African cultures may have been excluding in the past. And in the same vein, I think that, the LGBTQ movement has sometimes excluded the Black narrative in their fight. And I think at this point in time, we all have one agenda, and that's to be equal, to be free, to have economic empowerment. And I think even Black people more so, that is apparent and it needs to get done. And I think that for me, one issue at a time is good. Maybe we can kind of take turns being behind one another. And I think at this point, Black Lives Matter is so, so important. And it was so good to see us supporting one another. Black love. My experience with recognizing my privilege as a heterosexual female has been interesting over the years. Growing up religion-wise and African culture-wise, it definitely was a learning curve to understand the LGBTQ movement and their issues. The conclusion is that Black love and Black Lives Matter includes everybody. This may be a hard truth for some, but we have to dig deep inside ourselves and make sure we are genuinely supporting and loving one another. We are stronger when we build with love and not hate. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I love you. Latif.
You can edit it out.
Remember to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like my page, like my videos, share my videos. I really, really appreciate all the support that I have received thus far. It really, really, really just warms my heart. So again, if you haven't subscribed or followed, please do. Please like this video. Please share this video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you. You can find me at love_Naki. Bye-bye.